Good evening. How y'all doing? This is Vonda Evans, and I wanted to say welcome back to Satisfied, Single and Satisfied. I wanted to say what's going on, how you doing, and hope everything is good. See what we got. Ain't nobody give them wait a little bit. I was having problems. Yes, I was because what? Um, the internet, just trying to get everything um together. Good evening. So now y'all know, for those of you that are new, we always say where we're from. And it makes it a lot easier for me to give a shout out to everybody to see where y'all from before we start. So let's do that. So we have Jay Hoskins. Good evening. Who else we got? Y'all coming on here watching, and don't be doing them fake things and not letting nobody know who you are. Okay, from Atlanta, shout out Tracy Ruiz, Portland, Oregon. Barbara Keiss from Massachusetts. My good evening from Jacksonville, Florida, Adjara. Okay, Iris Holmes from Pennsylvania. Okay, I love this. I miss y'all so much. Sherry Colbert from Wisconsin. Bessie White from Michigan. Elmira Nevels, my girl. Good evening, Vonda. How y'all doing? Azandra Gamble from the west side of the D. Sandra Hayward from Savannah, Georgia. MC Lai from Laya, New York. I'm no Anthony Costello. What's up? What's up? Senior. Don't y'all be confusing him with the junior. Sonia McKee John from Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, New York. We have Robin Diaz from South Carolina. We've got Keisha Ford from Maryland. Good to see you as well. Lena Earl from Virginia. Pamela Alexander from Pontiac, Michigan. Let's see who else we got. Let's see who else. Okay, we coming on in now. So as we start, okay, Melissa from Southfield. Okay, right where my office is. Carmela Atterbury from Fort Worth, Texas. I know you have some beautiful weather now. Nikki Green from Grosse Pointe Woods, Michigan. Sandra Hayward from Savannah. Marcia Alexander from Caney. Lorraine Watkins, hello, sister, from South Carolina. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit, then as people come in, I'll still shout you out. So anyway, let me just tell you, I was undergoing MC Laya. It's pronounced Aliyah. Aliyah. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's the only way we grow. We have to challenge each other. Sis, in love, I love you, but you did this wrong, so we need to redo it because excellence is what we want. So anyway, I was changing my law firm a little bit. Good evening from Roseville, Mary Williams. Exactly. Thank you, MC. And it just, then I was transitioning from the radio. It just was a lot going on. So now I'm back. And one thing we're going to talk about a little bit, and we got to stop overburdening ourselves. Okay. What we used to could do at 35, we can't do at 50. And for y'all 35 doing it, old game gonna tell you, lighten up your load, sis. lighten up your load. You can't be everything to everybody. You know why? Because you'll burn yourself out and they won't appreciate you no damn way. Christopher Cropper, good evening. Mark Arthur Park from Haiti. Hey. All right. I know I'm international now. Okay, I'm just saying. Alice Chin from Lorain, Ohio. So you got to learn to say no. That's selfish. No, it's self-preservation. So what you can do, you do. What you cannot do, you cannot do no more. That's just it. You can't all of that. You acting funny, you change. No, I'm not going to let somebody put me in a damn grave because I'm running around here trying to be everything to everybody and don't nobody appreciate it. And when they want to use you, they call you. But when they good, you don't hear from them. You don't hear nothing. If they, Eleanor Watkins from Detroit West Side, if they don't need nothing, you don't hear from them. But the minute they need something, hey girl, oh, good evening from Greensboro, North Carolina, Belinda Blue, where I went to school at North Carolina A&T. Shout out to the Maggies. So we've got to learn that. And does that mean I'm acting funny? No, it does not. Pamela Williams, good evening from Woodstock, Georgia. Robin says at 61, I figured that out and can't be everything to everybody. That's not stop it, Iris. Everybody is not our assignment. Hold on for a minute. And the Lord just put this on my heart. And because you are related to me, don't mean you my assignment either. Did you all receive that? Just because you're related to me does not make you my assignment. Because there are things in life people got to go through themselves, okay? So that they can grow. But I'm their mama, I'm their daddy. I don't give a damn. Some things you got to go through yourself. And let me say this to you, Dr. Rosalind Robinson. Hey, Bonda from Eaton, Pennsylvania. And we got Linda Armstrong from Riverside, California. Let me explain something to you. The things that you learned from is the things that you had to survive by yourself. Your mom, your dad passed. Everybody coming around initially because but then after a while, don't nobody come no more. And you got to go through that tunnel of pain yourself. And I want y'all to stop always bailing people out. But that's my blood. Listen. Because you are mama, their mothers in the wild. They love their children, but let me tell you what they do. They teach them to hunt and nest, and they push them right on out. And two things gonna happen. They gonna make it or they not. But they ain't gonna sit around. We gonna make you a nest while you go play what you want to. We gonna make you a nest and you just do what you want to. We good. And what you do is enable them. And if you love someone, I'm biting the inside of my tongue. You bite the inside of your mouth and you let them go through it themselves. Because what happens is when you're not around anymore, they're not going to know how to navigate. And one of the things, and let's be 100, our family helped us. But let me tell you something about their mamas. They was like, baby, you got to figure this out yourself. Am I right about that? But I ain't going to be like my mama because I'm going, and we have become enablers to our children. We do everything for them, me included. I ain't going to be picking on nobody. I'm going to talk from experience. I'm going to do this. I'm not a good mama if I don't. No, you're not a good mama if you don't let them learn. And what we know about the prodigal son, thank you, I missed y'all too. What do we know about the prodigal son? Just think about it. He like Biden. His son said, Dad, give me my inheritance. He cash him out. He going laying up with all the women and the harlots and everything. He don't go get them. He wait till he spend all his money. He lose everything. And you know what he say? When he come to himself, I'll let him back. But he had to know, do you know your son out there living in the trash can? Did you know your son out here being with prostitutes? Do you know? But he had to come to himself. Duke said, today is a different world. Don't matter. They got to learn. Because when you're not around, they ain't going to be able to dig you up and get no advice from you. So what you got to do is train them and let them go. That's what you got to do. You got to bite the inside of your mouth till it almost bleed. And you got to let them learn. Because let me say this to you. You learn more from your mistakes than from somebody telling you what to do and saving you all the time. Baby, let me tell you something. I done learned from my mistakes. And baby, let me tell you, that was tough love. But one thing I can say, when my father died, I've got brothers and sisters, but they don't live here. But when my dad died, I was out here by myself because my mother was going through her grieving and I had to learn on my feet. And sometimes I fell on my ass, a lot of times, but I had to learn. And what I learned hard lessons. You right, Mr. Dukes, this is a different world. See, I thought if you do nice things to nice people, they would reciprocate. They don't do. Let me tell you something. This is some game. You ready? People, a sign of love is not doing something for somebody all the time. People dismiss and throw away people they was using, not people they love. I need a bell. I want to say that again. People abuse and get rid of people they're using, not people they love. So when you decide, I'm going to rescue this person, I'm going to help them with their school, I'm going to be able to give them a nice home. When they get on their feet, bye. And they will take the same resources that you trained them to have and go be with another woman. Because guess what? You remind them of their losses. You remind them when they was on their knees. That's what you remind them of. This new woman reminds them of success. And they don't want to have a constant reminder. When I met her, I didn't have nothing. That's what you represent. You thinking we building together. See, this is what we doing. We build together. No, you're not. Baby, you building him up so that he can leave you to go be with somebody else. Because what did I say? Somebody tagged us in a chat. People abuse and discard people they're using, not people they love. Did I say that? Well, okay. See, all right. Let me put this down here. Okay, I'm just gonna have to type it myself. See, I asked y'all. Okay, people abuse and discard those that they use and not love. Okay, see what I'm saying? And what it is and let's I want to go there. Disgard. I'm not good at spelling. I may have spelled that wrong. I'm not sure. But let me say this to you. And let's go there. Let's go there. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Okay? Have you ever had an experience in your life that was horrific? You say, for instance, you got robbed on the street. You'll go out your way. Thank you, Sherry. People abuse and discard. See, I didn't spell it right. Okay, and thank you, MC. And thank you, Judy. And thank you, Lorraine. Okay, let me just say this to you. And thank you, Judy, again. So let me say this to you. You don't want to be reminded. Oh, I got one better. Have y'all been through a divorce? And the people that you once shared something in common with, it's like y'all don't even be together no more. Because they remind you of when you was with your husband or your man. You have to understand that wherever you are going to sow, you got to determine, is that good soil? Is that good soil? Is this the good soil for me to put my love, my time, and my resources in? See, it used to be back in the day, you help somebody get on their feet, they're going to stay with you. Oh, okay, yes, I caught my first wife in my house, in my bed with a pretty boy who didn't have a job. But see what I'm saying? But here's the situation. Dukes, you look, and ladies on here, that has happened to, we look at the wrong thing. We listen to the sob story. Okay. We looking at their physical. Okay. We not making standards. You know, I used to say to me, that's how I say it. Or they gotta have they gotta, have the potential to make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be able to sexually please me. They gotta be able to you know what I'm saying, go, have that thug in them. It was a recipe for disaster, because what I did, I kept dating men that were unavailable. They were not available to me emotionally. And so what it was is they wanted to chase me and get what I represented, whether I was in law school or a prosecutor or a judge. Yeah, but they didn't want me. They wanted what I represented, but they did not want me. Okay? And I got them confused. You understand what I'm saying? I was not my job, but to them, all they wanted to be able to do is say, oh, I knocked off the judge, or I knocked off the prosecutor, or I knocked off this girl, she in law school, I knocked her off. And I kept attracting to these people. And I kept saying, damn, why is it I keep ending up the same way? They could be black, white, Indian, whatever. You know why? Because the core value of them being unavailable and successful and having good sex was all consistent. It was consistent. But that didn't work for me, because that is a prescription for disaster. Number one, many men who are sexually endowed, okay, have a desire for many women. That's just what's going to happen. There might be one or two that don't, but by and large, they do. They're going to want to be with more than one woman, okay? And that's just a prescription for disaster. Also, what did I say? I wanted them to be successful, have good sex, and have a little thug. But I never, in that equation, said that they had to have a relationship with God. Let me tell you something about a person, and I'm not talking about a person that goes to church. A person who has a relationship with God, because they love God, they'll make mistakes, but they are not going to just go out here and just try to use somebody and dog them and get over on them, because they have a higher standard for themselves. Okay? And those people will be upfront with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what, babe, you a good woman, but this just not where I don't see me being here in no marriage. That's not gonna happen. Watch this. I'm a judge. I can cook. I got that good sex. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna change his mind. Girl, when a person tell you, I don't want to be married, I don't want a committed relationship, ain't nothing that you can do that will change it. Why? Because that change has to come from within. When you decide that it's a habit that you have that you no longer do, you had to give it up. People have been telling you all the time, don't drink, don't drink, don't drink. But until you realize, I'm not drinking no more. Oh, no. Until you realized it, then you owned it. But it's nothing that you can do. You can't put no hex on nobody. You can't ask God to strike them down. You can't do none of that. But what you have to do is change your standards. But see, this is what I thought. Oh, you ready? You ready? Well, I got married young. I was 32. He was 34. Well, time will make it better. Let me tell you something. Time ain't gonna make it nothing better. It's going to make you lower your self-worth and start accepting what you should not. And it's going to continue. And you're going to become immune to it. So if he gone a couple hours or overnight, you become immune to it. You just become immune to it. Why? Because it just doesn't hurt anymore. Because you lowered your standards. Well, he'll be back. I remember telling my ex-husband, now, you got to come in at 2. He come in at 3. Now, I'm telling you, the next time you come in at 3, he came in at 4. Now, if you come in at 4 o'clock one more time, he came in at 5. Until I decided that it wasn't going to change. So what I did was I took a piece of paper like this, and I wrote down all the good things daily and the bad things. And I said, I want to see what's going to happen. I knew what was going to happen. The bad things outweighed the good things every time. Month in, month out, month in, month out. But I didn't want to say I failed. I didn't want to say that, somehow I'm an accomplished judge, one of the youngest judges on the bench at that time, and I couldn't keep my marriage together. I didn't want to say I was a loser. But what I understood was I had to choose me over what I could become. And when I started to see that I was spending out of control, drinking out of control, not resting, staying up, waiting till he came home, and more importantly to me at that point was to have my children see that, I had to make a decision. I had to decide. Baby, I went to church, I prayed and everything. But what I had to understand is, as I changed, he changed, but we changed in a different direction. So when I made the decision that I got a divorce, yes, I lost a lot of stuff financially. My father died like a couple days later. I mean, it was just a mess. But ultimately, I had to learn to become stronger, resilient. That's something that I had to go through myself. It wasn't nobody there to bail me out. After a while, people start getting tired of listening. Uh-oh, here come Vonda calling again. Because it's the same thing and you ain't doing nothing about it. So what I had to do was shut down and regroup. And I had to say, what is it, Vonda, that you are doing? And I was making my choices based on what looked good to me, but wasn't good for me. I wanted somebody who had the nice suits on, the $5,000 suits on, that drove the Mercedes. And I kept dating men that were like that. And I looked up and I kept getting the same thing. Till I said, what is it here is it that you just terrible? And maybe that is it. I don't know. Or maybe it's your criteria. My criterion was the same from the time I was 20 till I was 50. That didn't make sense. So what I had to do was change. I had to say, you know, the men I was stepping over, the kind, the considerate, the loving, the ones that want to be in monogamy. Oh, but he a lame. He ain't my speed. But what my speed get me? Ran me straight into the damn wall. So I had to get off the Autobahn where ain't no speed limit. And I had to get on the side street where I was able to say, is this a person who bears this criteria? Ain't no use in rehashing what somebody did to you. It's over with. Listen, I don't know what my trash is from last week, and I'm not trying to chart it. What's gone is over with. Every time you repeat something from your past about how it hurt, you never heal. So you see people, well, my husband left me in 1962 and you still hurt because you're still talking about it. You got to heal from it. You cannot continue to talk about how bad somebody did you. Okay, fine. You learn. Now what? Move on. And I know back in 1962, then in 68, let me tell you what happened in 68. Damn, that was 50 years ago. And you talking about it like it was yesterday because you ain't healed from it. Because you have found it's easier to blame somebody else and take responsibility. Why the hell did you get involved with them in the beginning? So now what you got to do, but here's the situation. You like what you like. You get attracted to a certain thing. You got to wean your way off of it. And so for many of you all, which, I forgot, I was so excited to do this. I'm doing a new podcast with my pastor, and it's called Just Kicking It. And she does, hey, Shirley, and she does it from a perspective of a married woman, and I do it from a perspective of a single woman. But let me just finish. So I want you to watch this every Thursday. It's on YouTube, and it'll be on my page as well. But what I did was, when I became 55, I said, you know what? I can't continue to do this. So what I did, 53. So what I did, I stopped having sex. Period. Now, let me tell you about me. Okay, I'm the girl that hot and ready, baby. Okay, I'm the girl that every 3 months I gotta have me. I can't be without no man for longer than 3 months. You know what? But what I realized is that I needed to heal from a whole bunch of relationships, and so the only way I could heal was to really start to dig within myself. And I could not have a distraction like a relationship. See, a relationship, because you got to be, do things with that person and be with them, you don't get a chance to focus on yourself. Well, I actually had to go and clean out my basement, which was my house, which was my mind. I had to clean it out. It was stuff all down there from years and years. And I had to go in there and get rid of a lot of things. And what I realized is that my standard and what kind of man that I attracted to was not what was good for me. See, too much sugar make you sick. You can't have too much of a good thing. So what I had to do is say, if every man that you've dated was unavailable, but they met your criteria, is that a criteria that works for you at 53? So then I had to reevaluate. You know, the men that we step over. Yeah, but no. You done prayed, fasted, begged God to send you a new romance, to send you a man of God. And y'all saying, but he not my type. You talking about Elder Joe? Girl, I know you ain't talking about that garbage man. I need my man, he got to have his nails manicured. He got to smell good. You have a prescription for disaster because you won't break that cycle. You can't continue to live like that. And the person or the bus driver, oh girl, but but I'm gonna go over there. Y'all ready? But you don't understand. I'm educated. I'm degreed. I can't be with a man who doesn't have a degree. Well, when you get in that bed with him, you don't post your degrees. That doesn't matter. You grown. You ain't trying to have no damn kids. You trying to have a mate that you have something in common with, that you can share something with. But you talking about something, but I have a Juris Doctorate. He has a GED. And the ones that had the Juris Doctorate and had the master's degrees treated you like trash because they was unavailable. And they out here wanting to be with you and the young girls. But the one that want to treat you right, you don't like him. Oh, his nails dirty. Baby, let me tell you something. You can take a lame man that love you and clean him up. That ain't no problem. But let me tell you what I do. Let me tell you about my girlfriend. She be killing them, dressed real nice. Honey, her husband be wearing Velcro shoes. I said, well, she said, girl, I can leave him just like that. If that's what he like it, I love it. He allows me to buy things that I want, beautiful things. So I just let him go ahead and wear them Velcro shoes. Okay. But see, y'all want to go and take him to the mall and get him in some Ferragamos, you know what I'm saying? Some polos. And then he looking like a snack. And then you look up. His phone blowing up all the damn time. It ain't you no more. Why? Because you done dressed him up like a snack. Leave him just like he is. And you be sharp as hell. If that's what you into. But baby, don't listen. Let me tell you something. Y'all need to stop making sure y'all man be looking tight and looking right. Okay? Did they be like, damn, who is that? Girl, that's Ronald. Whoa, he looking good. Oh, I got one for you. You ready? Some women will attract to him because you dating him. Everybody done looked over him. Don't nobody want to be with Ron. Then all of a sudden, you start dating Ron. Oh, he look good. Why? Because what? You got him. And your snack is gone. So what you got to do, ladies, you got to reevaluate. And like I said, I ain't talking about no churchgoer. Okay. I'm talking about a man that has a relationship with God. A man who says my integrity, my character is rooted in the word. Okay. And I could do wrong, but I can't because I don't want to disappoint God. See, that man understands and values you as a queen. But I know, but I want to have fun. I don't want to be going to Bible class and I want to go and drink some champagne and pop some bottles and smoke a little bit and do. Girl, y'all need to stop. Go ahead and let them be with them young girls and they wear their pockets out, okay? You need to be with, okay? And where is he at? Let me tell you something, Miss Triplet. When you get your head right, stop being your own enemy. And I'm not just saying Miss Triplet. I'm just saying in general. Smoking, drinking. Start exercising, really taking good care of yourself mentally, psychologically, spiritually, you will start to look so fine. All of a sudden, it'll be like a glow to you, like, damn, you look good. You look like you haven't aged. It's a glow about you. Why? Because it shines from the inside. Have you ever seen somebody that just walk like they're regal? And you like, I mean, they could be overweight. They may not be attractive, but they walk with such regalness because the power is on the inside, exuding out. That's why. But then you'll see people who try to mask, raise your hand, their disappointment and their pain. That was me. Always look your best. I could be going through hell and I'm going to show up sharp as hell. And nobody would even know. And for years they didn't. And I just show up sharp, killing them. But I use clothes to mask my pain. And I realized that I can no longer do that because I was cheating myself. I was cheating myself. You know what? It was like my basement was filthy. It was junky, but the rest of the house was beautiful. God said, listen, you unstable, daughter. And there's nothing that can come to you because you're pretending. You are not a contender. You are a pretender. And you refuse to go in that basement in your mind and clear it out. You want to mask it with, the front room of your house is pretty, it's clean. That's how you dress. You know what I'm saying? The bedroom is nice. That's how you smell. The kitchen is beautiful. That's them beautiful shoes you wear. But that basement, I wouldn't deal with it. And God withheld things from me because had he given them to me at that time, honey, I'd have been a nervous wreck. I'd have destroyed everything. I'd have destroyed myself. So one day I said, Lord, please send me somebody. He said, what you want? He said, tell me what you want. I want him to be, tall. I want him to, have money. I want him to take care of me, to love me, he said, I can do that. To provide for me, I can do that. He said, to not cheat on me. He said, I can do that. To have sex with me. He said, girl, I cannot do that. And you don't need that done no more. Okay. Put a pin in that one. Okay. And when I surrendered to God, I'm talking about trade up. He was paying bills. I was like, he said, put all them bills in the middle of the table, and he paid every one of them. I was like, whoa. I didn't have to worry about going out and, I hope I meet Mr. Right. I was relieved from that. The Lord just pulled me back. And he said, let me provide for you while you heal. Okay. See, as soon as I got a scab on me, I pull it right off. And it could never heal because I couldn't heal. And when I decided to say, I am just going to be celibate, I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I can be hurt emotionally, mentally. I got to heal. And lo and behold, I did. I started to like me, and I was like, but I'm going to be by myself. I ain't going to have nobody. I ain't going to have no friends. When I started to realize, first of all, it's something you can always do in your house. Exercising. I started a new job, career, doing the social media. because I wanted to give back, because I remember doing that when I was a judge, and I wanted to do it, so I started doing this platform. I realized I had more time to do things that were positive. I wasn't out popping bottles, getting headaches, being drunk the next day, breath stinking, can't get up. I don't want that no more. I don't want to be able to put the fine cologne on and you unzipping your stuff and pushing it all up and going to place, hoping to meet the right man. Then if you don't, you disappointed. Then you just start settling for somebody because you want to have sex. And then you a mess. I had to stop. I said, time out. So I had to start doing stuff for me. Now, let me tell you what you can't do. Oh, well, I ain't got no man, so why I need to get my nails done? Lie. Oh, I ain't got no man. I can eat what I want. Lie. Oh, I ain't got no man no more. I ain't got to put no cologne on. Lie. You got to show up for you. When I show up now, I'm sexy, right? I'm doing it for me. I bought me some, but it was on Afterpay. I bought me some Louis Vuitton cologne. It smells so good on somebody. I said, you know what? I'm going to do the 4-payment plan. Baby, I put that on. I was like, woo, girl, you smelling good. But my mind said, well, why are you doing that? You ain't got no man. Who going to smell it but you? Ain't that enough? Ain't that enough? You used to, when I was in the world wanting to be sex all the time and be in a relationship, I would do it. Oh, this smells good. Oh, when I go to such and such event, I'm gonna wear this. You know, I would show up like that. Well, why can't I show up for me? Why, when I take a bath at night, I put a little cologne on? I don't put that on, okay, but I might put a little something on, so it smells good. I spray my pillows with lavender. I sleep on a silk, you know, a polyester, you know, pillowcase. I got beautiful pillows all in my room. Why? So that when I come in, they say, well, ain't nobody gonna see it. Me? I had to show up for me. And when I learned to show up for me, girl, I'm not saying that I don't want to be in a relationship, but think about this. For every 30 days, for every year that you were messed up, you need 30 days to heal from. I've been dating since I was 15 years old. So I had a whole bunch of 30 days. And what happened is when I stopped, people would stop me and say, girl, I just want to tell you, you look good, because my mind was right. I was walking every day. I don't give a damn. I was out there the other day, it was raining. I said, well, guess what? You take a bath, don't you? Just get out there and walk. And it wasn't like raining heavy. It was light. But when I got to walking, I felt good. I had my headset on, listening to my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I listened to different broadcasts. You know what I'm saying? I listened to my church, which is New Way. I listened to New Way. I listened to Bishop Jakes. I listened to King. I listen to things that uplift my mind. I love to listen to New Way. And I just pull them on. I go on YouTube, Monumental Kwame. I just listen to it. And what I do is I challenge my mind to grow. And when I finish listening to that hour broadcast, I'm back home. I try to eat right. Now got to do a little bit of that, but trying to eat right and go to bed on time. And what I find is that I feel so much better. Because for once, I'm not living my life to prove to anyone. I'm doing it for me. And I'm not trying to, like, is he looking at me? Or you go somewhere and you scouting something out. I don't want to do that anymore. Because it became a burden. Can I say that I would never date again? Absolutely not. I do believe that, as all of us are, that when God is really ready for us to really heal, that he will send us a life mate. But he wants excellence. And he don't want us just, just choosing anything. And he's challenging us by me doing this and just kicking it, the podcast that we do on Thursday, challenging women to say, because you are over 40, you may be in a relationship, you may not be, you still have a standard of excellence that you have to rise to. And that you actually have people who you can look to encourage you to be the best that you can be. And to surround yourself with people like that. And it challenges you to be better. Because if I tell you, ladies, I want us to walk every day, I don't want no excuses. Let me tell you something. That will change your life. It will change your life. Honey, let me tell you something. I just take off. I don't care. And when I return, because your body then releases endorphins, which really relaxes you. And it does. But we got to continue to do this. Listening to podcasts and individuals who uplift us, who inspire us to be the best that we can be. And that what we do is we may take a nugget from here, take a nugget from there. Before you know it, we have built a better version of ourselves. Because for once, we're not just going along to get along. We're not trying to hit a lick. We're really redefining us. And when you do, there are going to be two kinds of men. One man going to say, baby, you too much. Another man going to say, you ain't enough. But let me tell you something. It don't matter then. It used to be about, oh, ain't nobody saying nothing to me. Dang, do they know who I am? They ain't saying, baby, listen, they ain't got to say nothing to me because I know who I am. I'm a child of the king. I'm his daughter. And this second time, it's going to be real. You know why? Because I'm putting my back into it. Because I am not just doing things like, well, I'm going to start, I got to make sure that, I get my stomach done. I get my breasts done. I get me some weave in my hair. I'm not dealing with nothing on the exterior. I'm not dealing with it. Everything I'm dealing with now is in here. Because, baby, let me tell you something. I done seen some sisters. Honey, let me tell you something. They got a couple pounds on them, me included. Let me tell you something. That's doing a damn thing. Because they had to work from in the inside. When you work from in the inside, the outside don't matter. Because, see, let me tell you something about your Boaz. You could be in jogging pants. He going to see beyond the outside. And he going to say, look at how she carry herself, how she walk, how she talk. That's the woman I want. Look how can I have some gas? Do you hear how she talk? Oh, but we can't look for him. See, I had to stop doing this. He look good. I want to look looking at his hand. Ooh, is he married? Damn. Oh, he married. I can't be with him. I had to stop looking. And when I stopped looking, I started feeling better. But the first thing I would do, I go to Home Depot. I'm looking around. First thing I'm doing, looking at their hands. You know what I'm saying? Is he married? He look nice. I had to stop looking. I said, I can't do that anymore. I got to work on me. So I got to walk every day. I've got to listen to things that are uplifting. I've got to listen to ministry. I'm moving so all the time. That's my hour of devotion that I give to myself. And I found that I'm healing. I found that I'm healing. And don't forget, we have to learn how to treat a man. I believe that, Iris, but let me tell you something. You got to learn to treat. And you have to stop always. We have been taught that if you just sacrifice and you put somebody else's needs above your own, you're going to be okay. And the devil is a liar. We got to learn to love ourselves. We have to be able to learn to love ourselves in what we eat, what we say, what we tolerate. And we have to stop volunteering all the time so that people will like us. Well, I'm going to make my man greens, macaroni and cheese. I'm going to do that, baby. I know how to do all of that. That ain't going to keep no man. Yes, sir, baby. I love you so handsome. Yeah. That ain't going to keep no man. You got to learn to love you. And when you love you, it's easy to love somebody else because you're treating them the way that you want to be treated. And so you know how to love them. But we got to get away from always thinking that we need a man to complete us. A man is like just jewelry. Take it off. I don't need it. Put it down. It compliments me. It doesn't complete me. And so too, but we the rib. But right now, the only rib we with is God. We his rib. We his daughters. So we good. We covered. But what he wants us to do is stop settling for what we don't deserve. And we got to stop saying, well, I'm getting older. So, the fact that, he come over and a piece of man is better than no man. Who the hell says that? That's a lie from the pit of hell. Well, I don't care what she say. I got to get rotated. What? And you're just settling for a man to come over and service you? Like you, the oil change place? Oh no, I'm sorry. See, this time I done waited way too long. Ain't no man just gonna come in here with me talking about something I gotta sample it. Baby, me and you are grown. You ain't gotta sample nothing. You gotta learn to earn me because I'm worth having. It ain't got nothing to do with no degrees. It has to do with the hell that I done survived. That I deserve to have a man who will honor me, who will love me, and who will not cheat on, who don't even cross their mind. Why? Because of the way I hold myself up. Not nothing else, but the way that I hold myself up. And when we get to that point, we will. But we got to leave all of that. Oh, I got to get my hair did. I got to be looking good. I got to have that MAC on my face. I got to have, baby, you won't need all that. If you want to wear it, that's wonderful. I'm not against makeup. I'm not against enhancing yourself. I'm not against that. But I am against that if that's all that you think is going to get a man. Because that's not what we doing now. We in the fourth quarter of our life. This time, it got to be real. Now, some of y'all think somebody said that they were a widow. Unfortunately, death does happen. You know what I'm saying? But to be back out here and just spinning the block, just letting men use you and having sex with you and servicing you and doing, that's ridiculous. See, a man got to be able to say, I can't do her like that because she won't allow me. It ain't got nothing to do with that Vonda's law. It's got the way to do it, how she carry herself. She ain't going to accept me trying to hit and run with her. She's not going to do that. And those men that I once attracted to that I would allow to do that, they can't even have a conversation with me because I'm not there. I don't want to drink the red cup, sit up, smoke, lay up, have sex with or without a condom. I don't want to do that. That doesn't do anything for me because it's a waste of my time and it's a waste of my resources. It's somebody out here, ladies, that say, you know what? You gonna be my queen. My pastor was talking about, oh, you got to go listen to the last podcast that we were doing. And she said that she had dated her husband, who was a bishop as well, and that he wanted her to have sex. And she said, I won't. They broke up for 2 years. He ultimately reconnects with her. They go on a date and he tells her, you're going to be my wife. But he later says, I knew she wasn't going to allow me to treat her just any kind of way, because the way she carried herself and what she believed. They've been together, she says now, 30 years, and they've been married 27, and she 50. Why? She said, I wasn't going to settle. I just couldn't. Okay? Oh, well, that was a long time ago. Let me tell you something. The way you carry yourself, you can say what you want about Steve Harvey and Marjorie, but what Marjorie said, Steve, you ain't got enough for me. Go back and get in come. And he did. And he wifed her. Oh, that was a long time ago. But what about Sierra? What did Russell say? I don't want to date you. I want to marry you. I want to marry you. Marjorie, old like we are. Sierra, young and beautiful. My pastor, they've been together since they were young. They're very good looking people. My point being to you, they got to have a standard. You got to have a standard. And once you have a standard, the Bible said, write it down and make it plain. This is what I used to like. This is what I want. I want somebody to honor me. Someone that loves God. Someone who is going to wants monogamy. Somebody who is, this is my new standard. They can have one big eyeball in the middle of their damn head and one tooth in their mouth like that. Like this, like one tooth. And if they meet that criteria, come on, baby, let's go. I get over that. A woman once said to my ex-husband, was representing her son, and she needed $15,000 for the case. This was many years ago. And his legs were amputated. She said, to the world, they see him as half a man. But to me, I see him as a whole man, because it ain't nothing that I want he won't do for me. I said, okay now. But see, y'all, I don't want him, But that man, whatever she wanted, he did for her. He honored and loved her. And they still together. And that was 20 years ago. Stop looking at the exterior and start to cultivate your interior so that you will start to be a better person, so that you ain't got to say, well, he don't look like what I like. Girl, what you like got you where you are. So you don't need to like that no more neither. Well, now, because see, I don't believe in no marriage. Next. Oh, I don't really, I believe in God, but I don't go to church. You read the Bible? No. Next. I just believe I got to get to know you, and that means me and you got to have sex, and I'm going to be with other people. Next. Stop tolerating that. But in the meantime, develop you. And that with the two fix, we just have, girl, let me tell you something. After a while, you be wanting him to put diamonds on it. Let me tell you something. I dated a guy one time. I couldn't even look at him. He was so ugly. But the way he treated me, I got past that ugliness. Okay? I was like, he is the finest thing in the world. Okay? Because he treated me so well. I don't know why we broke up, but it didn't have anything to do with that. I don't remember. Maybe, I think he moved or something like that. But my point being to you, you can get past that. Oh, he can't handle fat stomach. You got fat stomach. How I got fat stomach and I'm saying I can't handle my man with no fat stomach. Oh, he ain't got no hair. I'm bald head. Oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Well, he got false teeth. I got veneers. We got to get past that. And we got to start to look at what's on the inside. The man that every Sunday night, he know to have your car, or every Saturday, he washing your car, putting gas in it, making sure your car clean, making sure that he cut your grass, making sure that he shovel your snow. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody going to show up without you asking them. Like you said, Ira said, looks don't love nobody, baby. Let me tell you something, okay? You got to get beyond that. And how you do that is by healing, by taking a minute to deal with you, to really, no, but I love myself, but yet you love yourself, but you always trying to volunteer and everybody trying to use you and you keep letting them use you. How you love you? How you love you when you ain't even got enough gas in your car to take care of your business, but you out here doing stuff for everybody else? How you love you, and at the last minute, everybody call you when they got a problem, but then when you got a problem, they don't answer. How you love you? Well, no, that you're supposed to give. That's what the Bible say. The Bible say, stop being a fool. God don't want nobody to be no fool. And you know that is my smoke detector that is beeping, that I do have to get fixed. What did Janie Gaynor say? And I am going to fix it. Thank you, Miss Price. See, y'all holding me accountable. You have to set boundaries with everyone. I don't care if they came out of you or you're married to them. You got to have boundaries. Because if you don't, I don't care. Now, what about this? You got a family emergency. I got to get that fixed. Now, I'm tripping, okay? You got a family emergency. You get to the bank at 6:05. They ain't going to open that bank for you. Family emergency or not, I'm sorry. We're closed. I'm sorry. But we're closed because they have boundaries. And when you start to have those boundaries and respect yourself, other people will too. But ain't nobody respecting somebody that you meeting at the club and then you letting them come up there and lay up in your bed and you cooking dinner for frying chicken and making greens and potato salad for them. Ain't a man gonna do that. I know I got to change the batteries. I am. I'm telling you, next week you will not hear it. I promise. We've got to do better. We've got to do better. And what I need you to start doing is writing down things that you want to change and commit to them. April, was it? I'm going to tell you, April. Yes, April. After 38 years, I actually stopped smoking. I was like, there's no way. I wanted to stop smoking, but I couldn't get past 2 or 3 days. And I finally... That's why we need a man. That's a 5-minute fix. No, honey, I don't need no man. Listen, let me tell you something. I need me for right now. That can get fixed. See, that's our problem. I need a man to do this. No, you don't. You got to heal, daughter. Yes, I would love to have a man over here to fix everything. Absolutely. I ain't one of them women that say, but I'm not going to let a man give the keys to my palace, to my heart, to my home, to everything just because I need you to fix something around here. And then you got me on rotation. You ain't taking my calls. You out with other women because you going to change your battery. Hell no, you can keep that moving. I had to get Mr. Handyman. It's too much to give up to be on rotation. It's Saturday. And for many of you all who don't know, it's Happy Sweeties Day. Happy Sweeties Day. We celebrate in the Midwest. It's for men. You don't even know what he is. He come up when he want to. And then you send him a text. But I need you to change your battery. He come by and change the battery. And he gonna miss him for a day or two. I ain't got time for that. And these men is doing it. So listen, ladies, it has been so wonderful. I am going to get a battery, because that has been distracting, and I don't want anything to distract you. I have been on a personal journey of healing, and I feel so much better. And I want you to start doing that as well. I'm not no better than nobody else. I was a hot mess. I'm getting better. But I believe that together, with the things that you challenge me to do and the things that you all say to me, and I read these comments and I challenge myself to be better, that we can all heal together. This ain't just about me. I don't do all of that. I don't gotta I'm talking about, I'm giving stuff that I want y'all to learn that I had to learn the hard way. That I wish somebody could have schooled me when I was 40. That I wouldn't have made all these damn mistakes. But together we can. I love you guys. And yes, I will buy some new batteries. Okay. Don't forget, this Thursday on Just Kicking It podcast, we're going to have a new episode. Love you guys. Stay blessed. And God willing, I'll see you back next Saturday. It's so glad to be back. I'm so glad. All right, guys, have a great evening. And I'm going to get it fixed. My batteries. Love you guys. Bye-bye.